Hello everybody, welcome back to 7 Days. We are finally here in the 2.0 and let's get ourselves going really quick with an update on all of the things that are going on in case you have missed day 1 through 7. That happened during Streamer Weekend while we were contemplating all of the changes that are going on with this whole brand new update. We talked it out, we hashed it out, we tested a few things, and we also played our 1 through 7, including our Horde Night, and we have got our biome badge for the burned biome, which is where we are at now. I will put some links down in the description if you are interested in going back to watch those. I'll do timestamps so you can see when we actually start playing. I do a whole lot of stopping to talk in those live streams, and that includes trying to feel out how this brand new version feels to play. And I will go ahead and say I do have reservations about how this new version feels. Not necessarily how it plays. I will say the performance has been a whole lot better, but as far as some of the directions that I feel like the Fun Pimps have gone with the game, I don't know how I really feel about those. I'm going to continue to now reserve judgment to see how the experimentals go moving forward. Anybody who is actually interested in hearing me critique everything that we have discussed, found, or testing the things that we have found, I would definitely recommend going to see those earlier episodes where we tested all the stuff on Streamer Weekend. I'm not going to bog down this video with a whole bunch of it. I will say Liz Labs will be coming back and we'll be doing some testing, and I will probably discuss a few things in some of those Liz Labs if you're interested. Just let me know down in the comment section. Right now, we've got a lot of stuff to do. We just came off a Horde Night. We've got some stuff we've got to get moved into our base. We got our... hold on. Let me smack this guy in the face. We got to get up here, clean up the top floor, get everything situated, and get our workbenches made. As a matter of fact, let me go up there and clean up that top floor before I go pulling everything out. Okay, we've got this hallway taken care of. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bring everything up here. Actually, I need to check to see if I have anything at all that I can eat. I need to get on some missions really quick. A bit of meat. Hold on. What I need is the meat and my stones. Did I bring stones? Here. Campfire, craft that. Anything in here? A bit of ammo. Okay, now that we've got everything up here, let me get my water purifier upstairs. I do actually need, like, maybe 2 more of these. Right now that's gonna have to work. Let me see if I got some more food. And, let's see. I'll organize all the stuff tonight. We've already wasted enough time today, but what I would like to do is grab any sellables that I might have. According to this, I can go ahead and make a tier 1 sledge turret. Not really sure if it's worth it, but... Oh, there was one more thing that I got the ability to make at the end of my time in the Pine Forest, thinking I was going to make it here, was the workbench, and I have not made it. Do I have everything that I need? I need more forged iron. I need some more mechanical parts. Nails. Okay. Gotcha. I can do this. Alright, go ahead and turn that on. Do we have any potted plants up here? I can just throw some clay in. Nope. It's fine. We're gonna do it. Good heavens. I don't think I left anything down here for that either, but this was the base that we used. We just made some stairs going up here, and this was supposed to be a trap door. I put the door on the wrong way, so I couldn't reach it again. They just stood right here and beat on this wall while I was basically running all over the place because the zombies were getting into things. So yeah, let's run over here to this area over here to give us a whole lot more clay, I think. Right here. Okie dokie. We have done that. Did I find a trader? Oh yeah, we are opening trade routes. So yes, we did in fact find a trader. Let's go get to the trader. Let's go see the traders, what I meant. What I have decided is for this playthrough, since we are in the 2.0, we're going to be in experimental for a little while, probably about a month, and then it'll go full 2.0, and then they'll probably start working on some updates and stuff after that. I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to do a character that's almost nomadic. We're going to go through and try and get our badges and get to the wasteland as quickly as we safely can. I'm not trying to push it to the point where we don't have the weapons to be in the wasteland, but at the same time, I don't want to just linger anywhere else either. So we're going to go a bit nomadic and attempt to push to a new biome each week. It'll probably happen every other week.
To my favorite. Good job. I knew you could do it.
Crafting bundle.
Hey there, cutie pie. Need a little healing touch?
Vehicles, shotguns, home cooking. I would not mind the home cooking because right now I could really use some extra food. What else have you got? And I would like to get the vehicles.
Come back and see me sometime.
There we go. Let's make sure we have food. I can do pumpkin pies and stuff. Can of pasta. Okay, a bit of food. Let's get a job. And we can do... Wait. Yeah, all of town is south. Okay, basically downed every single bit of food I already had. Why are you in two separate locations? Road generation we got going on right there. Look at that! I don't even want to think about what it took to pave that. You know what perk I would absolutely love? Is if we could up our walking speed. I know it sounds silly, but basically I want to be able to walk faster so I'm not hitting shift all the time just because this seems so god-awful slow. That's a perk I would like to invest into. Quality of life perk, you know what I'm saying? A forge ahead. Alright. Alright, and on to the mission. Actually, I should probably highlight the mission so we can actually see what we're doing here. There we go. So I would love to know if you guys are actually out here playing the 2.0 experimental. Are you waiting on the full version to come out? And if so, if you're already playing it, what features do you like? What features are you having a hard time with? Which ones do you just not like at all? Things that you're hoping that they're going to add very soon. That kind of stuff. That would be amazing down there in those comment sections. Alright, how about we check some vehicles? Because some of these are going to disappear or not be checkable anymore after I reset the mission. We do need those mechanical parts. Thank you. Uh-oh. We have an Aussie waifu who's supposed to come over here and tell me a thing or two. Don't you touch that vehicle! Dude! Dude it! My bad. Hi Karen, how are you? Oh geez, she slipped. Okay. Alright, we got ourselves a tier 2 fetch. Let's check this vehicle again. I've got... Nice. I got another zombie over here that's kind of sort of interested, but seems like it's going to stay away. Yeah? That'll work. Okay, just had to make sure I repaired all of my stuff before I went inside. Hello, housekeeping. Dirty waters. Some good water and some dirty water. Just go ahead and drink that. That'll help out with a... I say help out, but let's be honest, my food is so low, it's probably not. I was gonna say my stamina will be a whole lot better. I don't think it's actually going to be a whole lot better. Hello? Have you got food in here, lady? Pardon? Oh, jeez. I thought she hit me from behind and in the front. I was just gonna say she's got talent, but it's actually another one. Don't you love it when your zombies have talent? Instead of America's Got Talent, it's Apocalypse Got Talent. What have you got? And can I just go ahead and eat it? You know, it's dog food. It does have a lot of good recipes, but right now, food is food and I need it. Oh, okay. He got distracted. That's fine. Hello. Should probably be taking apart these bodies. I don't have the patience to take them apart with the bone knife. I just don't. It takes forever. The bone knife is dumb slow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna smack them with my axe until after I get a decent knife. Come on over here, please. Though, admittedly, with the bone knife you do get more items for having done it, but for me, it's the time-wise, it's not worth it. Okay. I will take apart these. Nice, I could definitely use that engine. As a matter of fact, I could actually use more than one engine because I need mechanical parts. The engine would give me some if I got an engine. Oh, that didn't even give me one. I think what I'm going to do to start with is I will tear apart a whole bunch of vehicles, scrap down everything that it gives me basically in my pocket. For those of you who don't know, you're kind of new to the game, scrapping things down inside your pocket is the least efficient way to do it, as in it doesn't take quite as long as it would in some other methods, but you don't get as many parts back. The better method would be, say for instance the radiator, putting it into your forge. You get more materials for having done it. To me, it's more time consuming. I'd rather scrap it in my pocket, and it takes up less room in my pocket. But also, one of the biggest issues that you might run into is, aside from pocket room, is certain things like the engine itself. While yes, you can in fact create like vehicles and stuff with the engine, you also need mechanical parts. And as you can see, I'm about out of durability on my wrench. It's a tier 1 wrench, so it's not going to last all that long. But if I can scrap down a couple of engines, that gives me a good supply of mechanical parts. I now have 50 after scrapping that one. And I'm going to go ahead and scrap this one too. I will go ahead and repair my wrench because I did find some repair kits. But I would definitely say, at least for the first couple of them, before you're even going to get the schematic to make the motorcycle, mini bike, or anything else like that, you're not really going to need the engine, and you'll have plenty of times to get other engines. So it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and scrap them. The stuff that you don't need, scrap it down. Speaking of scrapping down and the stuff that you don't need, I probably should go out here and drop off and or make a bike. Ma'am, what are you doing up there? We have talked about this. You are not allowed to go out in public while you're drunk. Stop it. I figure if I keep staring inside this box, he'll walk faster. There he goes. There we go. And get your head out of there, sir. You're cheating. Thank you. Okay, what I was saying is one of the biggest things you probably have to figure out when you first start playing 7 Days is what do I pick up and what don't I pick up. And I would definitely say during your first couple of runs, always check what your recipes are if you click on them. It's got a use option, which obviously you can just sit here and eat the mushroom for 2 food and 3 health and no dysentery chance and no stamina bonuses, or you can check out the recipes, which are listed right here, and it will tell you what else you need along with these items in order to make it into something. In some cases, in a lot of cases, it will make it into something that gives you more food, more health, more maybe stamina bonuses or whatever, and you can weigh that on whether or not you want to hold on to it. For instance, by weighing whether or not you should hold on to it in its current form or just go ahead and hotbox the entire stack of mushrooms, how hard is it for you to find that resource, and how long is it going to take for you to be able to use the resource later on in your playthrough? Say, for instance, how common are short iron pipes? Well, okay, first off, short iron pipes, we got recipes. Look at all of the recipes for the short iron pipe. That's a lot of recipes. But on here, we've got pipe weapons. Okay, I already have a pipe weapon, so that's one thing. When am I going to be able to make another pipe weapon? I need like 1 pipe weapon per. That's how much the usage is. If I'm going to make the forge, it takes 3 pipes. It takes 9 pipes. If I want to, for some reason or another, make this, even though it does not actually work, 5 pipes. So it doesn't take that many pipes, and you can go bang on a toilet, a sink, all kinds of stuff to find these, so they're easy to find. So common-wise, this is a pretty decent item if I wanted to just quickly look through my inventory, check to see if there was anything that's made of a pipe that can be fixed with a pipe, and then scrap down the rest inside my inventory rather than having another stack of items. I could take them home and store them up to craft with, to repair with, to smelt into my forge, a number of different things. But for me, for my backpack resources, I need to make sure I can keep things clear. Is there anything else in here that I'm really not going to need right now, because it's going to require a lot of stuff? For instance, the thing that I can think off the top of my head is nitrate. Nitrate powder, or nitrate, in this biome is actually pretty decent. I can go out and find nitrate if I want to. Do I need this tiny stack of 8 in here? What is nitrate for? It is for gunpowder specifically would be my big thing that I would be worried about. But say you're playing a farmer, maybe you need some antibiotics, something like that, it might be very important to hold on to this. Depending on your style of playthrough, depending on what your character specifically needs next, depends on whether or not you want to take this and just drop it on the floor, because there's no point in you carrying it right now. So I would definitely recommend, whenever you're picking up things, whenever you're determining whether or not to drop them off, go by what your character needs, where you're working on stuff, how hard is it for you to get it, and what does it go into as far as recipes for later in the game. And you'll probably have to do that with each one of the POIs that you're going into, is determine what do you carry in your pocket and when do you carry it in your pocket, because what you need now may not necessarily be what your character needs on day 20. So that'll have to change over time. Okay. Creepy zombies. It was creepier when you guys crawled. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Let's go up here, please. Outside in the car park, and I happen to know there are a few doggos out here. Typically you can tell that there's a POI that has dogs whenever you see that. There's a dude laying right there that we're gonna have to shoot, but I'm more interested in the dogs. See if we can't sneak up and see them. I think there's more than one here. On the other side, there's one of them. I'm gonna beat up on the car. There's the other one. Stop moving. Good grief. Where's the other dog? Yep, it definitely makes sense that he's sitting there beating up the vehicle instead of coming after me. Oh man, I was so gonna get you. Loot bag! That was a whole lot of spray everywhere. There we go. Ammo piles. 6 ammo. Medical pile. I have unlocked 4 bites. Tools digest. Vehicles tech. Electrical traps. A tier 3 baton, which we have already gotten done. Bar brawling 7 for boozed up, meaning I can drink beer and not have an issue. I don't think I can put that in my helmet, can I? No. I think I will go ahead and get the stuff out of the birds, but like I said before, I don't like how the bone knife works, so I'll just do it this way. Wait. Come here, dude. I need your meat. And on this case, I will use my knife because I absolutely want as much meat out of the snake as possible. It occurs to me I did not put down a bedroll or anything in this new biome. That's a bad thing. We're gonna go ahead and get our nails going, get some iron going. That way those things are gonna be ready for us to make our the workbench when we get back. Okay, I guess we'll go with the crafting magazines just because that's like the most important thing right this second.
You need some work? I had a good feeling about you. Good luck.
Tech planet. 15. Do I have the ability to make a baton? I have the ability to make the tier 6. How far am I though? I have to be at 26 before I can do that one, so that means we're going through the robots. So I probably have the ability to make a better sledge then. Yes, I can make a tier 2. This will be useful for Horde Night, so I probably should get to crafting that one. I do have iron going. We're going to need more. Should I just go ahead and buy the beaker? I'm seeing the beaker, and I'm afraid if I don't go ahead and get the beaker, we're not ever going to see the beaker again. 5 minutes on the workbench in my pocket. You know what? We're gonna... I'm already out of time. Okay. So what I'm gonna do instead is check this building over here to see if I got everything. I don't think I did. Let's go ahead and beat some people up. Where are you? Oh, you were in the ceiling. My bad. That was a weird slip. Can try that again. You having my kind of day? Is that the problem? Got him! He's not happy about it either. Slow down, sir. I have 6 skill points. I probably need to do something about that, don't I? I don't actually need to kill you. Nice. There's so much bad all the way around me. Blech. Not around me. On me. On my face, actually. I'm stuck. You guys need to slow down. You're speeding? Okay. Reload that. What? Okay. Everybody is speeding. This is a bad time to be out. Don't get back up, please. A lucky looter book. Oh, that. Those. Bit of that. That. Perhaps that. And he's in. And bring out my gun. Nice. My durability is down. What do you even mean, Frank? Dude. Would you come in here and slap the crap out of my armor? Ah, and friends. I need to probably go back to base and calm down before I attract a screamer. Okie dokie. So, we were sitting at 6 points we need to assign. Obviously, we're going to be going into intellect because that's where all of our points are going anyway. Let's go ahead and do one into calculated attack, and we need an intellect of 5, so let's go ahead and push for that in order to get our next part point into electrocutioner, but we also need to work our way into... Well, that's going to take a minute because we need intellect of 6. Do we continue to push intellect 6 or do we go into something else? Grease monkey? Yeah, why not? Because we definitely need another vehicle. Okay, that's all of those points now for my books. Which books have we managed to read? 10% more block damage on our book. Automatic weapons. Drum magazine. Don't really need a drum magazine just yet. Bats and clubs are 20% slower. Bar brawling, we've got recover health with every punch. Drinking beer no longer blurs my vision. 10% more damage with bare fists. None of that's actually helping. Great heist for 20% more damage to land claim property. Not helpful at all. Hunter's Journal. Damage against coyotes and deer. Not very helpful. Find more dukes, find more ammunition, and find more junk. 5% less damage while wearing the enforcer outfit. I don't think I'll be wearing that, so it doesn't really matter. Pistol Pete. I can do AP ammo with that one. Exploding arrows and crossbow bolts. Flaming arrows and crossbow bolts. That might actually be useful. Shotguns. Can do shotgun slugs. 25% more damage with enemies below 30% health. Adds 10% chance to knock down enemies. Neither one of those are helpful for anything other than that. 10% faster with rifles. Landmines trigger 2 seconds slower. That used to be landmines didn't trigger whenever you walked across them. It no longer has that. So that one kind of sucks. But I guess having 2 seconds so I can panic before I explode is a good idea. Tech Junkie is robots stun, let's see, degrade 20% slower, craft AP ammo for them, and craft robotic turret shells. So I've got all of those. That's pretty good. That's all of the books that I've got. So that is everything caught up in case anybody is wondering where the character is at and what we have been doing so far in this playthrough. Guys, I will see you in the next episode, and hopefully we can get some momentum going. This episode was all about catching up and getting ourselves into this next biome because we had just got to this biome, did a horde night, and hadn't even gotten situated. So we're here, we're situated, we've got some resources, and we finally have some food again. So I will see you guys in that next one. You have a wonderful day, and you stay shiny.